February 27th at 4:44 p.m. Pacific time and February 28th at 12:44 a.m. Universal time, we're going to have a visionary new moon in super empathetic, highly intuitive, deeply imaginative water sign Pisces. This is an especially significant new moon because it officially opens up the portal of eclipse season, and eclipses pick us up and put us down in the place that we are meant to be. They align us with our soul and they can bring great change. So who will most feel this new moon in Pisces? What are the aspects going on? How are the planets speaking to the new moon and to each other during this lunation? This and more is what I'm going to share with you in part 1 of this video. And in part 2, as always, I will be doing readings for all 12 signs and pulling an oracle card for each of the signs as well. Be sure and watch part 1 so you don't miss some of the most important nuances of this new moon and how you can use this in eclipse season to enhance your life in powerful, positive ways. So before I dive in, I want to say hello and welcome if you are new to the channel. This is a like-minded community. It is my intention that we support one another and that you feel empowered through Western tropical astrology. Welcome back to those of you who have subscribed to the channel, who've been watching the videos. I would not be here without you. I'm Betsy. I am a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach and the author of the book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. I do astrology consultations, so stay tuned to the end of the video. I will tell you more about my services. And I have a free gift for you. Stay tuned till the end to find out how you can get it. I also want to let you know that I'm going to be doing a live event for the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 13th in Southern California, Laguna Beach. I would love to meet you there. All the information is on my events page on my website, which is linked in the description box below. And if you're not subscribed to my weekly inspirational astrology updates, which is the astrology between videos, you can go to my website now, sign up for free, and you will get my free gift instant download right away. All new moons begin a brand new manifestational cycle. This is where we dream up what we most want to come to fruition 6 months later when we have the full moon in the same sign. During this new moon, we have the sun and the moon together conferencing in Pisces. Pisces rules the ethereal realms. This is where we want to transcend life. This is where we want to bring down that higher octave of divine love and where we want to imagine that we can create what our heart most desires. The modern ruler of Pisces is Neptune. Neptune is associated with our ideal vision. It's like when you were a little kid and someone asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? That was us tuning into our inner Neptune. So this new moon is asking us that same question. What would light you up? What makes your heart soar when you think about experiencing it in this earthly life? Pisces is also associated with our psychic powers, our spiritual guidance, our angels and our guides. And how cool is it that this new moon is happening at 4:44 p.m. Pacific time? 4:44 is associated with the angelic presence, also with creating a solid, sustainable, stable foundation for the dream. Now, this new moon is going to fully culminate in 6 months on September 7th with the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. But before that, 2 weeks from this new moon, you may notice a mini culmination, and this is the March 13th full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, for which we are gathering in Laguna Beach on the 13th. So you could get an insight, you could get a sense of this is what I want, a revelation or a realization of what you are ready to release and let go of between now and mid-March. Pisces is also symbolic of fate and karma. It rules the 12th house of the zodiac. So not only is this new moon opening the eclipse portal, Pisces energy in and of itself is associated with those fated, karmic, destined turning points. And because the North Node of Destiny is in Pisces, this new moon is moving us into new territory. As souls, we have not been here before. And so it could feel scary. It could feel like I can't have this. How would I know how to get there? And remember, Virgo is across from Pisces on the zodiac wheel. And Virgo wants to know the how, but Pisces says trust the process. Pisces says follow one intuitive nudge at a time. During this new moon, we have 6 planets and points in Pisces. What does this mean? We are going to be extra highly sensitive. The veil is thin during eclipses. The veil is super thin when the eclipses are happening on the Pisces Virgo axis. And of course, I will be doing separate videos for you on the individual eclipses. But around this new moon, a few days before this February 27, 28 time, and throughout the month of March, expect to feel highly sensitive. In Pisces energy, we're often more tired. We need more rest. We need a break. And it's water energy. It's very emotional. It's nostalgic. It is tied to our past. And so you could have new awarenesses, new insight, or a new understanding of your past, of where you've been and how far you've come. And that includes past lifetimes and or your childhood. And I feel our childhood is often a recreation of what we wanted as souls to move through. And so it was reenacted in our childhood so that we could heal it. You could have intense dreams. You could find yourself channeling psychic information. You could feel very creatively, artistically fired up. Also super romantic. Pisces is swooning energy. It's where we want to be in another reality. We want to be in bliss. We want to be oftentimes in that spell of romantic love. But romance isn't just love, right? Romance can be beauty. Romance can be our own version of what an inspired life would look and feel like. This new moon is a beautiful time to give yourself compassion, to give others compassion, to forgive, to bring in prayer, maybe try out a new spiritual practice if you're ready for that. And even though this is a new moon, which is about new beginnings and a new vision, Pisces is connected with purging and releasing, closing out a chapter. After all, we are in the year of the snake. I'm going to show you my shirt, the year of the snake. So this is also a perfect new moon to shed a skin, to let it all go. Pisces says, surrender to the flow. We're not in charge. What will be, but also we're not doing this alone. We have spiritual guidance. We have the presence of the divine. We can bring down that unconditionally loving energy to help ground and anchor and root us in our current earthly experience. And to remember that we are meant to partner with the divine. We are not meant to do this life without direction, without support. You may feel during this new moon that you are wrapping up an old pattern. Some of us may have grief come up. Eclipse season often course corrects us. It puts us on a new trajectory. But to make room for that new, we may be releasing an old self. And we can be psychic sponges in Pisces energy. So a reminder that if you're not feeling good, if you're feeling emotionally exhausted or down, it may be that you are absorbing the energy from the environment around you, or that you are tuned into the collective unconscious, which can affect our health on any level. I like the question when I'm tuning into my emotions and it feels heavy, is this mine or is it someone else's? Usually when I ask that question, if it's not mine, I'll take a breath and it will just leave. So who will most feel this Pisces new moon? It's happening at 9 degrees. So those of you with planets or points between 4 and 14 degrees of Pisces, or the other mutable signs of Virgo, Gemini, or Sagittarius, you will feel this new moon most personally, most intensely. It is our 5th consecutive new moon at 9 degrees. You can't make this stuff up. Obviously, the universe has been working on us through this 9 vibration, this 9 frequency, which is unity, the humanitarian, the collective, completion, the ending of a cycle. And with Pluto now in Aquarius, and on top of that, 2025, moving us into so many new planetary energies, so many planets changing signs. All of these new moons at 9 degrees have been encouraging us, working with us on an energetic level to release the past, to let the old chapter, the old life, the old self go. And what validates this even further is that we are in a 9 universal year. So the aspects to this new moon, there is only one planet that is directly working with the new moon in Pisces energies, and that is Jupiter. And what's interesting about that is that Jupiter is the co-ruler of Pisces. Jupiter wants to elevate our consciousness. Jupiter wants to bring us the delicious things in life. It does tend to make us feel more optimistic. However, the sun and the moon in Pisces are making a square to Jupiter. Is that a square? A square. A square to Jupiter. What does this mean? Squares are not as flowing as trines and sextiles. They're not. But because it's Jupiter, we often feel elevated anyway. Jupiter is in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is our thinking, our transactions. And in this case, it's our thinking about what we want to create, our heart's desire, the bliss, the transcendence, the off the charts creativity, the romance, whatever it is for you, your ideal vision. Jupiter in Gemini squaring the new moon is going to have us thinking about, how do I bring this into reality? How do I alchemize the dross into gold? How do I make this happen? And because Jupiter amplifies whatever it touches, anything that is out of sync with the highest good of everyone involved, you and anyone else who's going to be benefiting from your new soul's trajectory, anything that is out of sync with your new moon intentions, Jupiter will probably bring to your attention. But what I think is really going on with this new moon square to Jupiter, it's our inner narrative. Why do I say this? Because Mercury is our thinking. Both Pisces and Gemini are dual signs. They have one foot in the ethereal realms and one foot in the earthly realms. And both of those energies, Pisces and Gemini, can worry, can feel self-doubting. Both can get stuck in, how am I going to make this happen? How can I bring this about? So what I feel is the gold of this new moon and the marching orders that it is giving us is, it's time to elevate Jupiter, our inner narrative, our inner story. Neptune, our ideal vision in Pisces, is conjunct the North Node of Destiny in Pisces. And this is a very strong call to follow your soul, my friend. Neptune in Pisces is like the movie of your life. What is your next scene in your movie? Have you written it yet? Who are the characters? Who's with you in this next scene of your heart's most cherished manifestation? All movies begin in the imagination, right? Somebody had to dream it up. Somebody had to choreograph it. It reminds me of the movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. And it takes an inspired, elevated imagination to create a movie scene in which we are thriving, to create a story of thriving. Especially after going through the bumps and bruises of earthly life that most of us have experienced. The war wounds, the losses. If you're an empath, if you are highly sensitive, if you are on a spiritual path, which I'm guessing you are if you're watching this video, you have most likely been through it, as have I. And just because we've experienced deep losses doesn't mean that we can't have a new beginning, doesn't mean that we can't have a new scene, that we can't write a new movie, that we can't create a new soundtrack. So this could be fun. What do you want to be the soundtrack of your next movie scene? A super fun thing to do for this Pisces new moon. Leave me a comment if you want to share. And one more question, what would you say yes to if you didn't have a past? If you just landed here, if money, time, and energy were not at issue, we have to start there. What would you give yourself permission to do, be, or have? Now, I have to add that Jupiter squares can also make something feel over the top. We can imbibe to excess, especially in Pisces energy. We can give into an addictive behavior. This is a really good time to take a vacation, take a day off, and hang out with people that you feel a simpatico with, because that's Jupiter and Gemini energy. It's like-minded connections. It's soul sisters and soul brothers. Have a brainstorm or a heart storm with one or more people that you feel really get you, that can be your creative champion. And that's something I can do for you in a clarity session or an astrology consultation. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't share that Venus is going to station retrograde. She's going to station retrograde in Aries 2 days after this new moon on March 1st. During her retrograde, she will also retrace her steps in the higher degrees of Pisces. I have a separate video for you on the Venus retrograde. But what's important to know for the purposes of this video is that Venus will begin her retrograde in Aries. Aries is the I am. What do you want your new identity to be? Are you reinventing yourself? Do you have a new role that you want to try on? Are you releasing a role? Do you feel imbalanced with your relationships, with your finances, with your beauty, with your physical body? Venus shifting into retrograde motion is telling us that we're in process. We're in process during this new moon. Venus is shifting into retrograde. Mercury will also go retrograde in March, and we have eclipse season on top of it all. So we want to give ourselves the extra TLC and the extra understanding and the extra compassion to know that we are in process. Not only this, but Venus in Aries, Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is newly direct during this new moon, which is happening just a few days after Mars shifts into direct motion. And Mars is going to be at the same degree of 17 Cancer for 9 more days after this new moon. So we're also doing some deeper inner work on our masculine energy, Mars, while we're beginning to reflect on what our inner Venus wants. And remember that Venus is the earthly octave of love, relationships, and Neptune is the ethereal, heavenly octave of love, relationships, bliss. Venus and Neptune, they work together. So that's why this Venus retrograde is significant for this new moon as well. And because Venus and Neptune are partners in helping us choose a heart's desire and bring it into reality, they both may have you reflecting on the sweetness of life. Are you getting enough sweetness in your life? What makes this life in Earth School worth living for you? Are you taking enough recess? Are you taking a spring break or winter break? We are not going to be here on this earth forever. And do you know in your heart of hearts that you deserve to be happy? Last but not least, I want to share with you that Mercury in Pisces is going to make a beautiful sextile to Uranus and Taurus during this new moon. And this is freeing, it's liberating. Mercury in Pisces, our thoughts about our heart's desire. Uranus and Taurus says, let me help you bring that into reality. Let's bring you a tangible opportunity, something new and different, or an opportunity to reinvent yourself, an opportunity to see yourself or your life with new eyes. This is expansive energy. It wants to open our minds to new possibilities, to new solutions. So stay open, my friend. A great way to use this Pisces new moon energy as we move toward the Virgo lunar eclipse 2 weeks later. Make art, create beauty, dance or sweat your prayers, channel divine love, use automatic writing for answers where you write to spirit. I teach you how to do that in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes. Tap into the ethereal realms. Bring in that unconditional love and or set an intention to release the past, release any emotional baggage, because my friend, this new moon is officially putting us on the train to a new destination. Hang out near the ocean or near a stream or watch the rain fall or get in the bathtub. Water will really help us move any energy that we are meant to move around this new moon time, and ask the divine to show you the way that your beautiful soul is guiding you forward. Okay, my beautiful friend, let us do the 12 sign readings now. Watch your rising sign. This is the area of life corresponding to the area of your natal chart in which you will be experiencing this new moon in Pisces. Watch your sun and moon signs as well for further themes and intuitive messages. Okay, let's start with Pisces, because beautiful Pisces, this is your new moon and it is your birthday season. Happy, happy birthday, beautiful Pisces. Pisces. This new moon for you is a new vision, a new story. If you haven't watched the first part of this video, go back and watch it, because I speak about the new story, the new inner narrative that this new moon is wanting us to create, the new script that we're writing for the next chapter of our lives, the next project, the next joy, whatever that is for you. It's happening in your first house, and this is the house of your identity. It's the house of your role, your I am, how you describe who you are, what you do for a living, how you would describe your career if you have a career, and or your relationship roles, and or your status. This is also your physical vitality. The first house is also connected with our body. And so sometimes it brings in health. I think some of you want to reinvent yourselves. I think some of you are wanting to go, and I'm just feeling this so much intuitively. Some of you want to go in a whole new direction. Some of you want to feel more creative. Some of you want, Pisces is a very artistic sign. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you're an artist, if you want to share. A lot of Pisces are artists, but there's a new story for you here, Pisces. There's a new I am. You fill in the blank. How do you want to feel? How do you want to experience your life? What is the emotion or quality with which you want to experience your life on a regular basis? That's part of it, but also, is there a new title? Is there a new status? Is there a new, like, some of you may want to be partnered when you haven't been partnered for a long time. Some of you maybe are partnered and you don't want to be partnered anymore. Some of you may want to step into a new career or start your own business or try something that you've never tried before. Some of you maybe are retiring, or semi-retiring, but you want to do something on the side that you haven't done before. Maybe you're figuring it out. You're figuring it out, most likely. But remember, this is all coming from a deep soul desire to bring a new essence of your soul's expression alive in, this very visceral, tangible way. In other words, to, create a new scene in your new movie, the movie of your life, to have a new experience. What would the next scene of your movie look like? Pisces, I am not feeling very articulate, but I hope that with those bits and pieces strung together, it ends up being a beautiful pearl necklace that makes sense to you. I want to pull a card for you. Let us see what the cards have to say. If you are telling an inner story that isn't positive, that isn't empowered, that, for example, the lowest octave of Pisces energy can be where we're focused on past losses and where we're more in a victim mentality. And so obviously that's not going to create the joy, the bliss, the whatever it is that you want to create. So some of you may need to revamp that story. And Pisces is also the subconscious mind. So a lot of times we're not aware of what our inner subconscious is doing, and the subconscious creates like 80 to 90% of our reality. So for some of you, it's time to create a new story. Let us see what the cards have to say. For others of you, maybe it's just time to give yourself permission to have what you want. Maybe it's simply that your mind has rules that are too restrictive for the new self that you are becoming. Freedom. There's a lot of freedom that is being offered to us with the Mercury Uranus sextile that I speak about in part 1 of this video. Pisces. Pisces. Your card is Root Girl, the disowned self. Is there a self that you have not owned? A lot of us have, from childhood or past lives, an impoverished self. I love Root Girl. I love my own little inner Root Girl. Root Girl just needs our TLC. She's the part of us that we've abandoned, the part of us that we haven't acknowledged. And again, this could be from a past life. This could be from childhood. This could be from one experience you had at one point in another lifetime, or multiple lifetimes, or the time that, this is coming to mind, so I'm going to share it. So I remember in first grade being left, all the kids running out to the playground, and like they all scattered to the winds, and I was like sitting there on the playground by myself, like no one to play with. And I remember that moment of feeling abandoned, right? It could be one moment, and I've done a lot of inner work on that one moment. Giving that child part of me, giving her love, telling her, I'm here with you. Which do you want to go on the monkey bars? Do you want to go swing on the swings? What do you want to do, sweetheart? You get the idea. Like, just taking care of that part of you, because Root Girl is connected to the root chakra, connected to our sense of stability, connected to finances, connected to feeling stable and secure in this world. So here's beautiful Root Girl. She wants your love and attention. She wants whatever she wants. What does your Root Girl want? I would ask her. I would go into a meditation, and this is something I could guide you in during a clarity session. I would go into a meditation and I would connect to your inner Root Girl and see what she needs and give that to her, because that is going to help you feel more rooted, grounded, stable as you say yes to your beautiful heart. Pisces. If this resonates, anything that I shared, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Aquarius, Aquarius. Beautiful Aquarius, you will experience the Pisces new moon in your second house of earned income, self-worth, deserving, material security, your possessions. This is the house of self-reliance. It's the house of aligning your life with your values. And each and every one of us, as I speak about in part 1 of this video, is being called to say yes to a trajectory of our soul that is new for most of us, because it is the first lunation that is opening up this portal of eclipse season that is taking us into, you know, the March eclipses, which are about new territory. This is Pisces energy. Pisces is the North Node. That is, where are we headed? It's a place we haven't been before. I have a separate video for you on the nodes of fate and destiny that I will link to in the description box below. But for you, the purposes of this reading, beautiful Aquarius, are you thinking about what you want to earn? Are you thinking about what you deserve? Are you, oftentimes we are thinking about something on the material realm during a new moon like this. And that means that some of you may get a new job, you may ask for a promotion, you may start a business, you may do some work on inner work on your own sense of what you deserve. You may sell possessions, you may buy a possession, but you're thinking about your very earthly life, most likely during this new moon, Aquarius. And remember, we're going to have eclipses on this axis while the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo, which is an 18-month period. So it's an important focus for you for the next 18 months to 2 years. Aquarius. A message is coming through is don't doubt yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself, believe that you can do it, even if it's something you feel you haven't done before. And let's pull a card for you now, Aquarius. Aquarius, your card is a tidy house, clarity, and organization. This is a very specific message. We have clutter on a lot of different levels, right? It could be your house. It could be your office. It could be your mind. It could be your computer. We have, many of us, emotional clutter, spiritual clutter, mental clutter. Whatever it is for you, take one step. And if it is your home, do one drawer, right? One sock drawer. Make sure that the socks that are in there are paired up. You know the whole idea of like clearing, right? If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This is the number 1. First step, clarity and organization. When we clear our physical space, we clear our mind at the same time. If this card or the message, anything I shared with you, beautiful Aquarius, resonates, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Capricorn. Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn, you are going to experience the Pisces new moon in your 3rd house of mindset, communication, growth, and learning. This is a house that is, well, often when we have a new moon in the 3rd house, we're really busy because it's the house of moving and shaking, I like to say. It is short trips. It's our local environment. It's our coffee dates and our, where we hang out with other people and going to workshops like the workshop I'm doing in Laguna Beach. If you want to come, the information will be in the description box below and on my website. It's the house of messaging, where you are perhaps writing, sending emails, having conversations that include your current viewpoint, your current frame of mind. It's also where we do freelance work. It's our transactions, our local, everything, our hoods, siblings, aunts, uncles, and cousins, websites. So I think of the 3rd house as it's a mercurial house. It is traditionally associated with Gemini energy, and it's like our everyday moving and shaking, getting things to work in our life and our networks of people. So this is where, Capricorn, you could be working on a website. You could be thinking about teaching or writing something. You could be doing a blog. You could be thinking about sharing some sort of message, working on a relationship with a sibling, an aunt, uncle, or cousin, a landlord. You could be thinking about your local environment. Now, this is all, when I say thinking, I'm talking about a new vision, a new story of who you are, what you can have in this realm of, and a vision in this realm, a heart's desire for you in this realm of, could be your mindset and communication. Maybe some of you want to up your level of manifestation. Maybe some of you want to believe in yourself more. Maybe you want to do long distance travel because that's across from the third house, or you want to learn something. You want to teach something. You want to publish something. You want to start your own business, some of you. So you get the idea. We want freedom in the third house. We want the freedom to create our life our own way. And Capricorn, you are getting a sextile from the Pisces energy. The new moon is making a sextile to your energy, and that's an opportunity. That's a new solution. That is a workaround. That is something, a problem solved, something that you can become illuminated about, a sense of, okay, there's a way to make this happen. So that's really beautiful. Capricorn, let me pull a card for you. I know I get all this energy that's like pent up, and I have to do those breaths. I don't know. We got to be true to ourselves, right? Capricorn, well, this is my view. There's no way that I could do these videos if I were not true to myself. Anyway, okay, this is not about me. This is about you, Capricorn. Let me pull a card for you. Capricorn. Ooh, yes, one of my favorite cards in the deck. See, if you were my child, you would be getting that. You would have gotten that stuff for years and years. Oh, it's a good thing I can laugh at myself. The benefactor, I'm going to show you the card. You're like, just show us the card now. Come on. The benefactor, grace and generosity. If you look closely at this card, you see this couple. They are so cute. One of them has a crown on. There's so many messages in this card. One is embrace your spiritual royalty. Remember that you come from abundance and that you deserve abundance. The other one is a message of there are others who want to support you. Maybe someone that you would consider a benefactor. You are loved. You are cherished. There's a lot of gold in this card. It really is quite abundant. And grace and generosity are coming into your life if you can open up and receive them. Beautiful Capricorn. It's the number 3. Think of the 3 of cups in the tarot. 3 women toasting, cheering, supporting one another. It is time for you to know that you are supported beyond measure. Beautiful Capricorn. If you want to claim the grace and generosity or the benefactor that is here for you to help you shine even brighter, let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, beautiful Sagittarius. Yes, I am a goofball. I own it. Beautiful Sag. You are going to experience this new moon in Pisces, which is opening up the eclipse season portal, taking us to the first eclipse 2 weeks later. You are going to experience it in your 4th house of home. This is the house of home and family, our relationships with home and family, but it's also the house of our roots, our sense of belonging, where we want to feel that we are in a sanctuary where we live and that we really do belong here on this earth. And that is not easy for a lot of us on a spiritual path. Many of us in this lifetime go in and out of feeling rooted here because most of us feel we're not from here, right? We're not from, and some of us, this is our first lifetime on earth. Who knows? Some of you may know, some of you have probably gone deep into that, others no, but you get the idea. Like the whole idea is that this is where we are meant to ground ourselves in this earthly reality. And what this often means is that we do work, shadow work, on our past lives, on our childhood, on our sense of security. This is the house in which we want to feel solid, secure, and stable, where we want to create chosen family and feel like I do belong here on earth. So this brings me to the question, what is your purpose right now, Sag? What do you see as your purpose? Because it's our purpose, I believe, our sense of purpose, when we're living that, and that can change throughout our lifetime, when we're living it, that's when we can feel like there is a very strong reason that I'm here, and that can make us feel a deep sense of fulfillment and belonging. Sag. This new moon is calling on us to create a new story. You are going to feel a new vision, a new story. A new vision, what our heart most wants, and then a story in our mind that will help us create it. A new script, which I share in part 1 of this video. You are one of the ones that is going to feel this new moon quite intensely and personally, because it makes a square to your Sag energy. So with that square, that can mean tension, it can mean pressure, it can mean that we are more motivated to make a change, we are more motivated to let something from the past go, we are more motivated to write a script or do some envisioning of what our hearts want most, and maybe to release a story in which we feel victimized, or where we are focused on the past in some way that doesn't feel empowering and it doesn't bring us into this present moment, right? To create the reality we want, we have to be in this present moment. We have to be here, rooted, grounded in the present. And so what would you say yes to if you didn't have a past? What would you say yes to if you didn't have a loss in your life? Most of us have had losses. What would you say yes to if you gave yourself permission to create the life of your dreams, whatever that dream, your current dream is now, Sag? Let me pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say. Oh, and I also wanted to say on a very practical level, some of you may have a dream, it's the 4th house. So you may have a dream to move. You may have a dream to create a new home. You may have a dream to remodel your home. You may want to live abroad only because you're Sagittarius. And oftentimes Sag people, they want to live other places. You tend to be quite adventurous. Or maybe you want to begin to create a family. That could be it too. Maybe you want to change who lives in your home. Something in your home might need it to change. Any of those things. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for you, Sag. Beautiful Sagittarius. Your card is, yes. Okay, before I show you the card, I want to say that often during a new moon in the 4th house, we want peace and quiet. We need stillness. We need to feel like we are in our own energy, especially in Pisces energy, where we can take on the energy of others, and that isn't good for us. And look at your card. It's very Piscean. All of the purple, the violet, deep quiet, deep quiet. I don't think this card has ever come up in a video before. Meditation and stillness. How beautiful is this? There, when you go inward, you very likely will receive these in moments of light, moments of light-filled insight, taking you to a new vibrational frequency, perhaps, beautiful Sag. If you resonate with anything that I shared, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Scorpio, hello, beautiful Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpio, you are going to experience this Pisces new moon in your 5th house of true love and romance, creative projects, children, your unbridled free expression, fun, pleasure, and joy, the house of the inner child delight, your inner child as your muse, saying yes to your heart. And what I love is that you're getting a trine from this new moon to your energy, Pisces water to your Scorpio water. So this is really beautiful. So there's a real flow between this new moon energy and your energy, Scorpio. And the question is, what is your new story? What is your new I am identity? And I say that because Venus is retrograding in Aries. That's about our identity. And there's a new story, that is a new vision, but a new story in our mind. This is about, because of the Jupiter square, which I speak about in part 1 of the video, because of that, of Jupiter squaring, Jupiter and Gemini squaring the new moon, there is a call for us to create a new, fresh start, a new, fresh mindset about our new vision, our ability to create it, to just know in every cell of our body and every bone, every cell, every, thought that yes, I can have this. It's a no-brainer. It's so funny because like if you want pizza for dinner or you want a salad for dinner, whatever it is, you know, that's usually pretty easy to manifest, right? I really feel like having this, I'm going to have it, whatever. That's easy. But when it comes to, okay, I haven't had my own home for a while. I want a new home, or I want to retire, or I want my own business. Then our mind gets cluttered with all of these old stories of sometimes lack, sometimes I can't have this. Look what happened to you when you did tried that before. Fears of failure. You get all of that stuff. And I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not pretty or handsome enough. Like we all have these subconscious stories, right? And this new moon, I'm unequivocally stating that this new moon wants us to shift a story. If we do not feel completely 100%, I've got this. I so have this. I don't even have to give it another thought. It's on its way. Okay, so Scorpio, let us see what the cards have to say for you. And because you're getting a trine, you may feel that way. You may feel like I've got this. If so, let us know in the comments below. Share with us because you can uplift all of us with your inspired knowing. Scorpio. Many masks the authentic self. Okay, I love this card, and this card is saying tune into how you want to experience your own authenticity. It is time for us to drop any mask that isn't truly authentic. This is such an ethereal card, right? It's so light. There's so much white in this card. It's very spiritual, this card. And, you know, it kind of speaks for itself. It's just saying, do you want to come more into your authenticity? Is the thing that you want in your life, will it make you feel like you're more in alignment with your true self? If so, then you know you are so on track. And if not, what mask, what self-image, maybe it's a self-image of that I don't deserve this. Maybe it's a self-image that I'm not a match for my dream. Whatever it is, it's time to drop that mask, beautiful Scorpio. So if anything I said or shared resonates, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Libra. Hello, beautiful Libra. Libra, you are going to experience this new moon in Pisces in your 6th house of daily habits, health, your routines, your schedules, your work environment, your coworkers are in this house too, fall into this house. Boss or supervisor falls here, as well as pets. This is the house in which we want to feel balance in our life. We want to experience optimal health, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Libra, you are being called, many of you, whenever I think of your energy, Libra, I think of the arts. And I know some of you are going to be like, I'm not an artist, but, and yes, Libra, you are also the sign that is, you're ruled by Venus, and Venus is very creative. But you're also a partnership sign. I get that. You're an air sign, communication, give and take, mutuality, balance. You're a lot of things, fairness. You are multifaceted, Libra. But whenever I think of you, I think of beauty, creating beauty. And we don't have to be an artist to create beauty, right? Even though I think a lot of you are artists. But why I'm saying this is because I feel that some of you, this is just my first intuitive hit, is that some of you want to create more of a life of beauty. You want more beauty around you. You want to spend more time doing your art, whatever your art is. You want to spend more time maybe in nature. There's something I think that this new moon is wanting to call you back into balance. Remember that across from the 6th house is the 12th house, and that's a very spiritual house, right? And that's Pisces energy. In the you know, big picture zodiac, Pisces is connected to the 12th house. And so there is a spiritual component, I feel, for some of you that is lacking from your life, like a deep, rich spiritual life. Maybe it's time to bring, sometimes we go in and out of that, right? Like we focus on our earthly life and then we focus on our spiritual life, and where we don't always have it all going on at once. So that's something that I feel may make sense for some of you. Also, some of you may be creating a new vision around your health. Some of you could be creating a new vision around your daily job, your work, your career. And if you are not happy, if you are in a toxic work environment, then for sure this new moon, which is going to culminate in an eclipse, lunar eclipse, letting go, releasing in 6 months, but also in 2 weeks after this new moon, we're going to have an eclipse. And that is a lunar eclipse, which is saying we have to let go of anything toxic. We have to let go of anything that isn't healthy for us on any level. And what is your story, your inner narrative about what you want to create for this next new chapter, your heart's desire, Libra? Because that's what we have, we're being invited to activate during this new moon. Okay, let me pull a card for you, Libra. And there's so much commotion around me outside. I really hope I can edit it out of the video, but I want you all to know that there is, as much as I love where I'm staying right now, and I truly, truly love it, it's kind of a major thoroughfare for people going to the farmer's market, which is happening today. A dog was just barking. You can hear that. Thank you for bearing with me. You get eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. How funny that I would just say the fray that's going on outside, and then this is the card that I had already pulled before I shared that with you. But what I love about this card is there's psychic insight here. You have the eyes of the eagle. You can rise above. You can transcend. You can fly above your life and get a different, see it from a different perspective. See yourself from a different perspective. See yourself with new eyes. Tap into the eagle. Shapeshift as the eagle. Maybe do a meditation where you are the eagle. Give yourself the freedom to fly. Feel what it feels like to fly. Feel what it feels like to be an eagle with X-ray vision, right? This eagle, look at the eye. So incredible. The turquoise eye, the light, the laser beam, the laser focus on the truth of who you are. Rise above the fray. If any of what I shared resonates, let me know in the comments below. Beautiful Libra, I would love to hear. Virgo, hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you are going to experience the Pisces new moon, which is opening up the eclipse portal for us in your 7th house of committed partnerships. Virgo, this is an important new moon for you. It is opposite your energy. That brings in relationship dynamics. There is most likely a relationship. It doesn't have to be a committed partnership, but very possibly it will be. And I mean, not just romantic. It can be business. It can be someone you spend a lot of time with, someone whose back you have, they have your back, or that's the goal, is to have a mutually reciprocated, balanced relationship, right? So Virgo, you could feel this in your personal life or your business life, or your own relationship with your soul. I think that some of you want to create a new vision, because this is a new vision, new moon, a new vision or a new inner narrative, or both, about relationships, what it means to you. Some of you may not want to have a romantic partner. Some of you may not want to have a business partner. I get all that, but you still are in partnership with you, and you still are, we're all in partnership with people that we consider significant in our lives, right? Even if it's not spoken. Because the Pisces energy is opposite you, and beautiful Virgo, the nodes of the moon are now in your sign, Pisces and Virgo. This is an important time for you. A lot of the 2025 year ahead readings I've been doing for people have strong Pisces and or Virgo energy in their charts. And it's exciting because it means you are on this very new trajectory. And even if your lunar nodes are not there, and I do have a separate video for you on the lunar nodes, just so you know. But even if not, if you're a Virgo rising, or you're a Virgo sun, or any other, Venus and Virgo, any other personal planet, and it doesn't have to just be personal planets. I know some of you have like Uranus and Pluto in Virgo. Everyone's different, but the idea is that if you have strong Virgo in your chart, this is an important time for you the next 18 months. So Virgo, committed partnerships. What is your vision? Is there a partnership that has come to a close? Pisces is letting go, releasing energy. Is there one that needs to be resuscitated to continue with? Everyone's different, but you will feel this new moon in the 7th house, and you are being asked to decide what your heart most wants around relationships. Virgo. Now I'm hearing beautiful birds chirping. I love that sound. Ah, Virgo, you get compassion, the heart home. There is a home within your heart. Some of you may feel like you're not from here. I know a lot of us feel that way. We're not from the earth. We are from other planets, other realms, other, you fill in the blank. But this card is really saying it's time to find your own sense of home within your own heart. And that can really help in relationships too, because then we don't put pressure on the other person, right? To fulfill something that another person can't fulfill. The security, the safety, the stability that we want in a home, we find it within. And what's interesting is when I look at this card, I see like two windows on either side of this center, right? And that could, and there's a key lock too, a lock that a key can open. So this may be about the two sides of you or the two people in a relationship in your life. But all of the red, root chakra, all of the orange, sacral chakra, your creativity, and the butterflies, you are transforming your inner home so that you can feel more rooted and secure. And it's 27, which reduces to a 9, which is endings, completions, and the degree of this new moon. So if anything I shared resonates, let me know in the comments below. Beautiful Virgo, I would love to hear. You've got this. I just want you to know you've got this. It's new territory, but you are rising and you've got it. Leo. Hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you will experience the Pisces new moon opening up this new eclipse portal time for us. It's happening for you in your 8th house of power control, the house of transformation, death, and rebirth, shared resources. It's a partnership and a money house. And it also includes our assets. It can be real estate, it can be taxes and loans, it can be investments. This is where you are creating a new vision. The 8th house is the house of emotional attachments. It's where we want to feel in our power. It's where we can feel not in our power. It's where we can feel like the other person has the power, or, you know, I'm not in control here. It's a house of things that we're attached to, people that we're attached to. So it's not a light energy, this house. But Leo, what I love is that you're creating a new vision here. So I wonder if you're creating a new vision about an asset, about an investment, about your long-term material security. I wonder if you're creating a vision about a business partnership, or about being in partnership with another person, sharing time, money, or resources. A new inner narrative is what we're being called to create here, that is supportive of what we want to manifest, what our vision is, to shift our subconscious mind. Pisces rules the subconscious mind, and to create a new inner narrative that is supportive of us knowing in every cell of our body that we can create what our heart most wants. So Leo, I'm going to pull a card for you, but what I also want to say is that this for you will probably be a very transformative month, because with Pisces here in your 8th house, Virgo in your 2nd house, and the eclipses on the 2nd and 8th house axis, it's a financial axis. It's an axis in which you're transforming your sense of security, material security, and self-reliance, and working in partnership where there's shared power with other people. Let's see what the cards have to say. And some of you could simply be like making a plan to pay off a loan, to change your investments if you have investments, to buy a house, that kind of thing. Okay, let's see. To create some sort of long-term sense of stability and security financially as well. And or in a relationship. Leo. Your card is... Ooh, Leo, you're going to love it. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. The wheel of fortune is turning for you. The gold is landing in your lap. You are coming into a period of luck and right timing. This is a 5 energy, 23 reducing to a 5. That's adventure, that's change, that's transformation. some of you could win the lottery. I mean, I know that's extremely rare, and but I have to say it came through. And also, you know, if you look closely at this Wheel of Fortune, you see wings. You see wings it reminds me of eagle wings. It's like wisdom. There's a wisdom that you have you've accumulated in your lifetime up till now, or perhaps a wisdom that's coming to you. That is, you know, there's so much fire here too. This is like beaming light, but to me it's fiery too. So I love this. I feel it's just very, very energetic, and the green around the edges, the heart, it's very, very, yeah, if you look closely, this is an eye. It's an eye. Seeing through the eyes of the eagle, seeing through the eyes of wisdom, accepting the bounty that you have created, that you have manifested. If anything I shared resonates for you, beautiful Leo, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Cancer. Hello, beautiful Cancer. Cancer, I have my moon and rising in Cancer, and Cancer risings will experience this Pisces new moon in the 9th house. There's a dog barking outside. My apologies for any of the moving and shaking that's going on around this Airbnb where I'm staying, but it is quite lovely besides that. And beautiful Cancer, I want you to know that the 9th house, where you're having this new moon, first of all, it's trining your energy, and that trine is a lovely ease and flow. But also, the 9th house is the house of expansion, new adventures, new horizons, long distance travel for some of you, publishing, presenting. Your own inner sage and guru is in the 9th house as well. This card is asking, what do you want your new horizon to be, Cancer? What is your new vision? What would expand you? What new scenery do you need, whether it's mental scenery, emotional scenery, or actual physical scenery? What new level of growth, learning, seeking, questing are you ready to embark on, say yes to? And you may have a new teacher that you are following. You may have someone that you're working with that's helping you. You may be learning astrology. You may be getting an astrology consultation with me. You may be planning a trip. You may be planning to take a course, or to give a course, to lead a course, to publish something. But it's really all about expansion. What will expand you? That's what's underneath it all. And what is your story, your inner narrative about what you can create, what you can have? Does it align with your vision, beautiful Cancer? Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Ah, beautiful Cancer. It has been so active outside my window here. Just like, oh my goodness. What can you do? I mean, this is it. Like, some things we just have to, it's Pisces energy. Just got to go with the flow, go with the flow, ride with the tide. Cancer. Letting go of perfectionism. That's part of my journey. Your card is curiosity. The stranger. How interesting. Curiosity. It's time to be curious, this card is saying, Cancer, about anything that feels strange to you. Anything perhaps within you that feels strange. There's a lot of green in this card, which is the heart. Cancers are so giving and loving that often they protect their hearts. Even when we don't know it, we protect our hearts, because there's such a big heart there. There's such a soft heart. There's such a deep heart, right, Cancer? This stranger, though, check it out. This stranger has superpowers. They're like a bionic person. Look how blue they are. That's the throat chakra. They are putting out these orange laser beam lights, which are your creativity, Cancer. And you are super creative. You are so creative. And I also see like dragonfly wings here. So this stranger maybe is a new part of you that's ready to emerge, that's ready to express. You may want to ask yourself, get curious, ask yourself, I wonder which part of me is ready to express. I wonder which part of me needs expression. I wonder what my soul wants to experience next. Maybe if you're afraid, because a lot of us are afraid going into this new territory, like, you know, it's just, there's a part of us, the ego wants to stay safe. The ego doesn't want anything new. The ego doesn't want to venture in, doesn't want a new horizon. And that's everyone's ego, pretty much. I mean, we do mold and train and teach our egos to take risks. We do. But Cancer, Now it's suddenly very quiet. Suddenly very quiet. Cancer. What you may want to ask, you may want to go deeper. I feel like this card wants us to get curious and go deeper into I wonder, that question. I wonder what energy part, new self in me is ready to emerge. Notice what comes. If anything I shared resonates, let me know in the comments below. Beautiful Cancer. Gemini. Hello, beautiful Gemini. Gemini, you are going to experience the Pisces new moon in your 10th house of career, life purpose expressed, meaning, fulfillment, semi-retirement or retirement, your legacy, how you want to spend your time. Gemini, are you focused on career right now? This is where the North Node in Pisces is, and it's saying there's a new level, a new vision, a new level of expression that wants to come through you in this 10th house area. So do you have a new vision for your career? It could be home for some of you. Some of you could be more focused on home, but the North Node is here saying we've got to put some, I don't want to say we've got to, I don't want to be bossy, Gemini, and I have my natal sun in Gemini, by the way. Maybe it's not we've gotta, but when you have the North Node in Pisces in your 10th house, definitely we are being tasked. Our marching orders, our mission is to focus to a certain degree on what brings us joy. What do we want to contribute? What do we want to give back? All of that can be in career, it can be in purpose, it can be in retirement. Maybe some of you are ready to just, not feel so many commitments to others or to a specific career. Everyone's going to experience this differently. But the 10th house is where we often want recognition. We often are putting a lot of time and focus into something in the 10th house. And because this is the Pisces Virgo axis, a lot of Geminis are going to experience some sort of change here. It could be a releasing and letting go. That's Pisces energy. It's endings and completions. You're getting a square to your energy. So what does that mean? It means that there's some tension or pressure. You may be trying to figure out, how can I have balance in my life? How can I balance career and home and family and what I need and fun and pleasure and all of that? You could be going through that as well. Beautiful gem. Let me see what the cards have to say for you. It's a new moon. It's a new vision. So it's asking us to really be truthful with ourselves about what our hearts want so that we can, and also what is our inner story around it? What is our inner story around it? It's normal and natural to have fears, but can we create a story in which, can we release the fears, know the fears, give them attention, release them, and then focus on what is the inner narrative? I'm being super goofy today, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Your card is completion, closing door. Something is closing out. That's Pisces energy. But of course, that's to open a new door, because look at all the light. I mean, and look at this door, how creative the colors are, how rainbow the colors are, right? A door is closing, but wow, there's a new door that wants to open into this light. And so much fire here, and fire is inspiration. So what are you inspired to close, and what are you inspired to open up? And it's a 5, which is change and transformation. Gemini, and Gemini, do you know that your energy is 5 energy? I know we all have different life path numbers, different attitude numbers, different birthday numbers, but Gemini is associated with 5. Change, transformation, new soul expression, soul exploration. Geminis need to have a lot of different experiences in life. So this card is saying something's closing and completing, so that you can say yes to more light and shining your light. Beautiful Gemini, if you are vibing with the card, let me know. I know, goofball off the charts. I get it. Okay, Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurus. Taurus, you are going to experience the Pisces new moon in your 11th house of fulfillment. The 11th house is the house of friendships, allies, supporters, social media platforms, tribe, the causes. If you have a cause, that's something that's important to you. It's where we join up with other people to create something that's important to us in our life, or where we put our message out online, where we can find people online. It's the world card in the tarot. It's like, what are you setting your sights on? It's also long-term financial gains. Really the question here is, and friendships, if I didn't say that, it's the 11th house is like the dream of your life. What's the current dream of your life, Taurus? This is what this new moon, which is making a sextile to your energy, so that's harmonious energy flow. You do have to take some action. There is an initiating that's needed with a sextile. There is something that you are probably thinking about that needs a solution. And it could be financial too, because this is also a financial house. But what is your new vision, Taurus? That's what we're seeding during this new moon. And then what is our story around it? What's our story underneath it? What is our subconscious mind? Is our subconscious mind supportive? Is it flowing our thinking in the direction of what we desire? Beautiful Taurus. That is what we are being asked to look at as we dream and script and envision. Taurus. Your card is getting back to integrity. Wow, so much light in this card too. It's a compass, and it says that some of you have felt that your compass was lost, that you didn't know which way your compass was guiding you. You could feel that now. You could feel like, I'm looking at my compass, but wait, is my compass broken? You mean like I can't see north, south, whatever? I don't know. What's my true north? You could be asking that. And yet, look at all the light in this card. Look at the light. This is saying your compass is within. Your compass is inside. Some of you may need to go deeper inside to find that your inner coordinates, your next step. Usually the divine speaks to us step by step. It's so annoying. I know it's like, can you just give me the whole vision? Can you just give me one download? Just tell me where, just give me the one thing. But usually it's one step at a time. And my own Gemini mind can definitely not enjoy that for sure. So I get it, Taurus, but this is saying you're getting back to integrity. And this Pisces new moon is a call to get back into integrity. And what's integrity? It's our truth. It's our knowing of what we are meant to do, where we are meant to go. One baby step at a time, one clue at a time, one soul nudge at a time. The number 35 reduces to an 8. 8 energy is material security. That's you, Taurus. You manifesting something beautiful that gives you material security as well. And beauty and pleasure and joy and all the things that you love, beautiful Taurus. If you can, if you're vibing with this or any of it resonates, let me know. Card or reading, whatever. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Aries, hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, guess what? You are going to experience the Pisces new moon in your 12th house of rest retreat, your inner mystic. The 12th house is the house of Pisces. Aries, you are so lucky. Every time you have a lunation, it is in that house. You are so in sync with the energies of the planets. Now, Aries, with a 12th house new moon, it often brings us deep into our inner world, our rich inner world. Really good new moon for you, especially to be near water, since the 12th house is the Piscean house, and it is one where we can flow more with whatever's going on with us. We can let our emotions flow, all of that if we're around water. That could be the bathtub, I get that. Aries. You may find that you are really focusing on changing something in rewiring your subconscious mind, which I talk about in the first part of this video. But because the 12th house is the house of the subconscious, you could really be doing some sort of shedding of an old narrative during this new moon. Great new moon for you to romance your soul, whatever that means for you. I have lots of tools to do that in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes. A great new moon to deepen your divine connection, to do some automatic writing, to do some meditation, to I have several meditations for you on my YouTube channel, and also one that you can download for free when you sign up for my inspirational updates. Great new moon for you to really focus on your intuition, receiving from your own intuitive superpower, Aries. Aries, you're a risk taker. Venus is going into retrograde in your sign. So Venus retrograde in your sign, Aries, and Mars just came out of retrograde, and you're ruled by Mars. So there's something that's getting reworked inside of you. And Venus in your sign going into retrograde is having you reflect on your desires, your true heart's desire. Think of your inner goddess, whether you're male or female. Think of your inner goddess. What is your inner goddess desire, Aries? I feel that you are coming into a new awareness of that. And maybe a new awareness of your spiritual identity. The fact that you're a spirit of pure love, the fact that you can do anything, the fact that you can have what you desire, or the fact that you're letting something go, something's closing out, you're completing something, and that is okay. With the 12th house new moon in Pisces, you could need a good cry, you could feel some grief come up, you could get really nostalgic. This is a time of closure as well for a lot of people. You could have a spiritual awakening as well. You could be thinking about a health issue only because the 6th house of health is across from the 12th house, or your work environment. That could be part of what's going on too, because after all, this is the Pisces Virgo axis, where we're going to have a lunar eclipse 2 weeks after this new moon. So it's all part of the same soup. Okay. Beautiful Aries. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Don't judge my out of tuneness. That is not the goal. That is not what this is about. It's about sharing my love with all of you. Your card is, oh my gosh, this is such a 12th house moon card. Deep Diver. Check it out. This is such a Piscean card. It's the mermaid. Pisces, one of the archetypes of Pisces is the mermaid, the merman, and diving deep into the water. You're going to if you let yourself dive deep, Aries, you can pull up a treasure. You can pull up a treasure. Sometimes it's just an image that we get in a meditation. It's a spark of it can be the tiniest thing that makes no sense to our logical brain, but it puts us in, it opens up a window, it opens up a door in our mind. It opens up an insight. So you may, and this says diving into a task. So you could be doing that too. You could be diving into some task we are kind of around tax time for a lot of people. You could be doing something like that, or just any task that requires you to rise to a new level of identity, a new level of I can have this, a new level of I can do this, a new self-image for some of you. Beautiful Aries, if anything I said resonates, leave me a comment. I would love to hear. My beautiful friend, thank you for joining me for this Pisces new moon video. I am super excited for eclipse season. We are being launched into the portal of expansion and new beginnings and course corrections and new life chapters, many of us, during this new moon eclipse portal time. Thank you for your likes of this video. Thank you for your comments. I love reading your comments. Thank you for your shares of this video. Thank you for your subscribes. When you subscribe to the channel, you activate the algorithm, which then suggests this video to more people who love astrology, and you really help support the channel. If you would like to do a personal astrology consultation with me, if you'd like to meet me on Zoom, it is my absolute joy to connect with you. Go to my website, check out my astrology consultations. We can do a heart's desire, a life purpose, a 90-minute astrology consultation if you would like some coaching, or you have some things that are really weighing on your mind, or something that's super important to you in your life, and you would like to discuss that. And I'm still doing 2025 year ahead readings as well. So go to my website, check out the testimonials that other clients have shared after working with me. I also offer clarity coaching sessions if you are looking for answers, if you would like my support in opening up to your own intuition. The links to both my astrology and my coaching pages are in the description box below. Come to Laguna Beach for our full moon lunar eclipse gathering, March 13th. All of the information for that is on my events page on my website. It would be super exciting to meet some of you there. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends for joining me. I absolutely love hanging out with you. And for all of you, I do have a free gift for you. And that free gift is a soothing guided meditation taking you into a deeper connection with your own heart, your soul. To get that guided meditation, just go to my website, subscribe for free to my weekly inspirational astrology updates, and you'll get that free instant download right away. So, my beautiful friend, let me know your thoughts, feelings, intuitions about this Pisces new moon. Let me know in the comments below. And until my next video, I am sending you all my love.